Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here from MAO Magic with the Marshall Woburn Bluetooth speaker. We have looked at the entire lineup of Marshall Bluetooth speakers except for the Woburn. So finally we're going to go hands-on and take a look at how it compares to the others in the Marshall lineup. The Woburn is without a doubt the largest of all the speakers, and it does have to be plugged in, so this is not a completely portable speaker because it does require power from some external power source. And that's kind of for obvious reasons. This thing is giant, and at a maximum it pulls in like 200 watts of power, so it definitely requires some power when you're really cranking the volume on this. When you open it up, it's very similar to the others. You'll see a manual on the left hand side, a really cool kind of retro looking brass gold, auxiliary cord, and on the right you'll find some additional cables, basically the power cable that you'll need to actually plug this thing in. Below the styrofoam is the actual speaker itself, and this thing is definitely large. It's over 17 pounds and is just quite large and massive in size. It definitely looks the most like one of the actual Marshall amps, which could be good or bad depending on your taste. Personally, I love the look of these speakers. They don't feel like they're trying to fake it because it really is that Marshall style made with that, kind of standard Marshall material. Along the back of the unit, you'll find the actual power outlet and optical audio in, which is really easy to plug into your TV or an Apple TV, some RCA inputs, as well as a power mode. So do you want it in power saver mode or standard when it's in the standby? Basically, just one way to kind of keep it off, but it may not be as quick to turn back on. Along the top of this gorgeous amp are similar controls to what we've seen across the other Marshall speakers. You have the volume, bass, and treble knobs along the center, as well as a source wake button and a pair button, and then of course that really tactile switch to turn everything on and off. Along the left-hand side, you do have input 1, which is going to be the actual auxiliary cable you can just plug into your phone. Then, of course, you have optical and the Bluetooth as well as RCA. In the middle of it, you have those volume, bass, and treble knobs, which is really nice that you actually get to go here and control these. Now, if you were to turn bass all the way up and the volume all the way up, it's really going to shake a room. Like, this thing gets excessively loud, louder than any of the other speakers we looked at from Marshall, and pretty obviously because it's giant. You have that source wake button and pair, which is obviously going to wake it up or switch between sources, and pair your Bluetooth phone or music player to this. And of course that tactile switch, which is just kind of fun to turn. I like just to turn it on and off sometimes because it's a really nice feeling, which is something about these speakers that just give you that retro vibe and that solid build quality. Now, of course, you can plug this in using that included auxiliary cable, which is just a really cool looking thing, but maybe if you have a newer iPhone or just want to go wireless, you can do that using Bluetooth, which is super handy. And if you have a device that supports aptX, you can actually get the same audio quality wirelessly over Bluetooth that you would being plugged in, which is the way it should be. I did compare audio quality plugged in and wirelessly, and using aptX, I didn't notice a difference at all, which is absolutely awesome. So here I am on my iPhone. We're going to play Fox on the Run, which is definitely a song that should sound great on here, and of course, it absolutely does. Really, that's the kind of music that sounds best on the Woburn, is classic rock music. Anything that's guitar-based and heavy is going to sound great. It does do well in the highs and the mids, more than many other speakers would, but it's not really meant for that. It's meant for that classic rock-style music, and if that's the music you listen to, you're going to already find this attractive anyway. If you're into something more rap or hip-hop, this may not be exactly the speaker that you're looking for, even though it does pump out a lot of bass and a lot of sound. We're not going to bother playing the audio for you because of course we have to have, how's the audio quality going to the thing, then recording on my microphone, then your speakers. It doesn't make sense, but overall it sounds very, very good. When you turn it all the way up, you hear some distortion in the mids and the highs. That's going to be expected when you have it at that volume. If you're looking for a great speaker at a higher price, you can pick it up at the link below in the description. Subscribe till next time. It's Andrew for MAO Magic.